XO lovers, so we are going to first and foremost jump over the fact that I look a mess. Bear with me. You will find out in a second why that really means nothing to me right now. I've been gone for a while, and there's been a lot of things going on. I can't look directly at the camera because, as you can see, I'm driving, but of course I'm driving safely, so let's not even go there. I'm going to do a separate video with basically a life update, a quick run through of everything that's been going on, so that, you know, I can catch you guys up, my lovers, catch you all up on just the microcosm of mess that has been in my life, right? But we're gonna start with what's going on today. I am 5 weeks pregnant, 5 weeks and 1 day. For my lovers who've been with me for a while, you all know that in 2016, I had an ectopic pregnancy. Devastating, and I'm making off on 15A. Devastating, and yeah. What you don't know is that last year in 2018, in June, end of June, early July, I had a miscarriage. Not a lot of people know. I want to say maybe less than a handful of people know. I didn't even tell my mom until some other things went down that I'll talk about in my life update video happened. My mom doesn't even know about this. I know she's going to watch this. We'll start by saying, I'm just a very, very private person, and especially after I went through what I went through with my last 2 pregnancies, I didn't want to tell her this time, because I already lean on her a lot because of everything I have going on, so I don't want to stress her out. And my mom's a worrier, so I don't want her to worry about me the way that she already has to worry. I'm already getting emotional. I was not even planning on getting emotional today, but of course this is an emotional, very emotional time. So my mom doesn't know. She's either going to know now, or I have to tell her before I put this video up. I'm on my way to the doctor because, as I said a moment ago, I'm 5 weeks pregnant now. I started bleeding yesterday. Started off very light, gradually has gotten darker and heavier. So I'm about 90% sure that I'm having another miscarriage. Right now, the only people who know are my husband and my best friend. My best friend didn't even know I was pregnant. I was trying to think of some cutesy ass way to tell her, because I know she was going to be happy for me, because that was kind of my thing this time, where I felt as though when I first got pregnant, I have to explain it. When I first got pregnant, I was very young. I was 19. I was in college, and of course, you want so much more, you know, for your children to come into themselves before they attach to another person and start having kids and things like that. So I felt as though initially, because I was young, there wasn't that, oh my God, like that happiness. Y'all bear with me. I'll put a disclaimer at the front of this. This is going to be a very emotional video. That, you know, initial happiness when you find out that your child or whoever is pregnant, like, I don't feel like I got that. I feel as though as the pregnancy progressed, of course, you know, this is their first grandchild. My parents were happy. Like, they helped me with everything. And they love my son. And, yeah. But since then, because of what I have been dealing with in my not in my relationship per se, I just felt as though any pregnancy I've had since then, I just didn't say anything, because I didn't feel as though I was in the ideal situation where I would get that, oh my God, with the exception, of course, of my best friend, which is why I was going to tell her in a cutesy ass way. Not that my mom, I know she would be happy. She loves her grandkids. She would be happy for me in a way, but it still would be like, you know, there's better choices. I can't explain it. And I don't want my mom to feel bad, so I hope when she does watch this, because I know she's going to watch this, that she gets what I mean. She gets the intricacies of what I'm saying, hopefully, or she knows the behind the scenes, so I hope that she will understand what I mean by that. Like, I know that she would be happy at the end of the day, but I don't feel as though the initial would be overjoyed. So I don't want to burden her with more of my mess. You know, and she always tells me, you know, I can't deal with all these things on my own. And I try not to, but I just don't want to bother her. Yeah. So, saying all that to say, I kept it. I was going to tell everybody. Plus two, because now I've had the losses and I'm so used to experiencing that. I was going to tell everyone after I ended my first trimester, so I knew everything was okay. But now I feel like nothing is okay. This will be my third loss. This will be my second miscarriage. And I'm just devastated. When I first started my channel, it was to be a hybrid, and I'll probably discuss this also in my life update video. It was really to be a hybrid of like a journal for me, a way that I could connect with other people who may be going through some similar things to me, show people my life, you know, a glimpse into my world, and also memories, like home videos, personal things that I could look back on in the future, you know? Because even now, the things that I have now on my channel, I'm happy to go back and watch my old videos and see myself, my son, even my husband, like just to see my friends, my family, my life up until this point. And I lost track of that with not having created content and uploaded content in these last 2.5 years or so, like consistently, like how I used to be. So I want to get back to that. This is not necessarily what you would consider a short ticket, the best time to come back to creating content, but I feel as though it's going to be therapeutic for me. It's going to be helpful for me, and I can look back on these things and see my growth like I'm able to for previous times. All right, it's my ticket. I had to get, and then I pay. I'm gonna have to pay when I get out of here. So right now I'm going to the OBGYN to get blood drawn so they can check my levels. I don't want to get a pelvic exam because last year I felt as though when I started bleeding last year, I might do you all let me know, because I was gonna do this because I just knew you all. I just knew that this time would be different. So I was gonna do a separate video about my miscarriage from last year. Oh, I can park here. About my miscarriage from last year, and then announce my pregnancy here, you know, for my channel or whatever. But that doesn't seem like it's gonna be the case. So I just want to start from where I am. And because, as I mentioned earlier, I'm very private. I don't talk to a lot of people about my feelings. So I feel as though when I'm, journaling, I'm starting to get back to journaling more. And I want to get back to doing this more. I feel like it will help me be able to sort out my feelings and express myself in a healthy way. Yeah, I am, if you want me to do the miscarriage video from last year so I can get caught up, because I know a lot of you were following me on that journey and remember what I went through with going through the ectopic pregnancy, and watched those videos and sent me comments, and we went back and forth, and you told me about your struggles and things like that. And that was helpful to me to feel as though I was able to connect with some of you on that level. So I will probably do that video so I can catch up, or I'll talk about it maybe in my life update video so I can explain everything that's going on, because there's just so much going on, or so much that has passed in these last 2.5 years. I'm going to go into the doctor, get my blood drawn. I don't want to do a pelvic exam because last year I felt as though that made like the bleeding worse and the pain worse, and then I miscarried the very next day after standing in the emergency room for like 10 hours. I was by myself. My husband was at work, and that story was really crazy because I ended up, honestly, I had to grieve in the middle of a mall with my husband like peeking out and checking up on me. It was crazy. It's just a lot. So I probably will tell that story. So I don't want to do a pelvic exam. I just want to get my blood drawn and then come back in a couple of days and see if the levels went up or down. Honestly, I just feel like it's already begun. Once the miscarriage starts, there's nothing that you can do to stop it. And based on what I'm dealing with, like the bleeding and stuff like that, I feel like as though it's here and it's coming. So I don't know, but I did want to get to the doctor just to make sure, just in case anything happens. I hope it is not ectopic again. I didn't have bleeding with my ectopic though. I only had bleeding with my miscarriage. So I don't know what's in store or what's going to take place. But I'm ready to be open again about what I'm dealing with so that I can not fall into a depression about it. So that I can deal with it head on and discuss it and have some support about it. So yeah, just lift me up in love, and I will come back and keep you all posted. I'm going to walk over to get the lab, and then I'm going to go over to my OBGYN. So I'll be back. All right, guys. So I am at Duke. I'm going to a Duke clinic, and this is actually where I came last time for my follow-up because I went to a Duke Health ER and had to follow up with a Duke Health doctor. So I just wanted to keep everything streamlined so I know where I'm going, basically who I'm dealing with. It's a really nice campus. I'm trying to remain calm and positive. Regardless of the outcome, I'm going to be okay. And everything's going to be okay. At least that's what the people try to tell me. So we'll see. So I just got my blood drawn. My arm wasn't acting right, so she had to do my hand. I said it was good. I am now headed to the OBGYN clinic. They're going to wait for my lab results, and then I'm going to talk to the OBGYN. This way. So I'll get back to you soon. The lab tech said to me, "Oh, well, I hope you're having a girl this time." You all, when I tell you, not easily broken, my guy, all I could say was, "Oh, yeah." I'm sad. So I just met with the medical student. I hope you all understand what I mean. I'm at a university hospital, so there are medical students who also come in and ask questions because they're practicing to be doctors and things like that. Came in, asked me a bunch of questions. I answered. I did a urine sample. The bleeding is still, it's gotten heavier, passing small clots and stuff like that. So they want to do a pelvic exam. I don't want to do that. Last year when I did that, I feel as though it exacerbated the pain and the bleeding. So I kind of just want to get through the weekend and come back on Monday to check my beta HCG levels again. My beta HCG levels. I can't even talk. I feel numb at this point. Now I'm waiting on the actual physician to come in and talk to me so I can schedule my next appointment and get out of here. I just want to get out of here. All right, you guys. So I'm finally done. Alright, so finally leaving. I'm gonna go get some very fattening junk food. So I ended up, the doctor recommended that I go ahead and have a pelvic exam just to make sure, because I have a previous ectopic, just to make sure that it's not ectopic, that nothing life-threatening is going on. There's no, internal bleeding or active bleeding or anything that they needed to know about. So I just said, okay. I just went ahead and did it because based on what I had saw, even from this morning, everything had gotten worse in terms of bleeding, even like small clots and stuff like I told you all earlier. So what is there to protect at this point? I didn't think of anything. And she also wanted to do an ultrasound. She said everything looked fine in terms of my uterus. There were small, there was some blood in my uterus that I'm going to end up passing. There was not a pregnancy anymore in my uterus, so I am currently miscarrying again. I just cried. I mean, what else was there for me to do? So, there's a small cyst on my cervix, but she said that's nothing. She says like maybe the size is smaller than a dime, I guess. Really small. She said it's benign. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have fibroids or anything like that. They checked my ovaries to make sure that everything looked good with them, and checked my remaining fallopian tube to make sure everything was good with that. She said everything looked good. She said there's nothing that I could have done. There's nothing that I did wrong. She just wants me to take a home pregnancy test in a week and message her the results. But other than that, I should be fine. Let everything pass and heal up and go from there. Yeah. I am I'm very sad. I feel like numb. I'm okay though. I'm better than I was last time. I'm gonna grieve, of course, and just take my time and relax and just move along. Of course, your body, it takes a while, so I'm still currently pregnant, but I'm miscarrying. My levels were already really low. I don't have to come and get them checked again because it's all imminent stuff. I'm just gonna take a little bit of time to just relax, stay calm. I'm gonna be okay. Talk to my husband, talk to my best friend. They're just trying to make sure that I'm okay. Want me to just relax and, take it easy. I mean, that's all I have to say right now. I'll probably end this and keep this as its own separate vlog and come back with an update at a later time when I feel a little bit better, or just to talk about my feelings, any thoughts, feelings, anything I have going on. I appreciate you all's love and support in advance. I know I received a lot of support last time. It may take me a little while to get back to any comments that I get, but I'll be sure to do so at my earliest convenience. And